see that there is somebody that has decided to reach back out to you. For some of you, this person is irresponsible and they want you to be reckless with them. For others of you, they want you to break your silence. Okay? They did not realize that your silence would be as important to them as it is. For others of you, there's guilt, and that's where I want to look. Okay? Because for some of you, you hit this person with guilt when they came back in or came back towards you. All right, so let's look at what they're guilty about. All right, let's get started with that. Seven of Swords, Nine of Cups. So they could be lying. They're lying to you about how they feel, and they're lying to themselves about how they feel. Okay? Damn. They're not even honest. Hold on, let me fix this camera. Hold on. All right. They don't even want to be honest about what they're guilty about here either, from what I'm picking up. Okay. So let's see. All right. What is this person guilty about? This is a past person. You got the Six of Cups in the reverse and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Oh, fix camera, fix, adjust. All right. If it's hard for you to look at the camera, I'm sorry. I understand. It's because the camera wants to act funny right now. All right. Okay. You were trying to let something go. You were trying to move past something. Okay. I hear two different types of conversations. Okay. Here's what I'm hearing. Okay. I do have psychics that watch me, and I have regular people that watch me. So I'm going to give the what I'm hearing to both of y'all. When it comes to the psychics, you're dealing with people that want someone to blame. Okay? You're dealing with people who have a false belief, Seven of Cups energy, a false narrative about themselves or about the people or person that they're dealing with. Okay? So when you're coming in to give advice, answers, and things like that, my beautiful psychics. Hey, lovely. What's your name? Hey, Tati. So when you're giving these people advice, okay, and you're going about things to keep yourself protected, because they can't protect you. They can't protect their own fucking self. They can't protect you. So when they want your help, okay, and you're doing things to protect yourself, they're gonna blame you because you're not doing what they want, because they want to use you. Literally, they want to take your body, take your gifts, and do what the fuck they want to do with them. They want to see what you see. They want to hear what you hear. They want to control shit. And then they want to be mad at you because you're not going to give in to that. Now, if you're a damn psychic, you need to start using divination. If you don't know what divination is, let me briefly explain that to you. You need to start going to your spirit team, your guides, the ones you know, okay? You need to use your tools, tarot, internet. What are your tools? Reiki, all that stuff. You need to use it to get specific answers on how to break cycles. You need to use it to figure out how to break cycles from certain people, or how to release their person from certain shit. Okay, that's what you've got to do. It takes precision. You can't just take some cards. You can't just take your mind and just say, okay, I'm gonna do this and do that. You can't do that. It doesn't work. All right. Now, for those of you that ain't psychic, that aren't psychic, okay, you got people that want to blame you, okay, because you're in a third party situation with them. Now, if you are in a third party situation with your person, and you're giving this person a lot of time, a lot of attention, a lot of effort, a lot of emotion, a lot of love, a lot of whatever the fuck you're giving to this person or these people. I'm just putting the messages out here that I hear, okay? They're going to blame you for the lack of attention that you're giving them, even though they know they cannot or will not give you the same amount of attention, love, in attraction, because they're going to sit there and use that person or that job or whatever is benefiting them through stability or whatever in order to keep you from getting close emotionally. So that's what the guilt is coming from. Whether you verbally told this person that or they know it. Okay? All right, let's move on to why is this person coming back towards you? What's the guilt? What else do they feel guilty about? And then I want to look at what they blaming you for too. But let's see, what else does this person feel guilty about? You got the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, but then you got the Knight of Wands. See, that's the problem. See, you. This person feels guilty because they feel like you outgrew them. You outgrew something that had to do with somebody being immature and someone being a player, a manipulator. Okay, that's what they feel guilty about. All right. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Let's move on. Let's see. What else is going on with the person? I feel like there's karma. I feel like there is karma coming towards this person you can't get a union with, this deceitful energy. There's some type of karma. What's the karma? Let me look at the karma. What's the karma? There's death sideways. I don't know what's going on. Somebody better not be playing with the wrong person because they could end up in a fucked up car accident. Okay? Just saying. Because somebody refuses to change something. Somebody refuses to transform. So their karma is them not being able to release or heal from something. Why am I laughing? This is not right. People are going to see them in a way where they do not want to work with them. They do not want to work with this person's energy. Okay? They got friends turning on them. People gossiping about them. They can't do nothing. They can't make no moves. Why are they coming back towards you, though? Okay. Why is this person reaching back out to the collective with all this bullshit? There's the devil. The devil wants to be upright and wants to be reversed. This person, I hate to say it, they don't want to admit it, but they secretly are obsessed over you. They are. They don't have to admit it. They actually like that you know. What the fuck? The devil likes to show up here in this type of energy. They're obsessed with something they're obsessed with what you have. They're not obsessed with who you are. Let me correct that. Why are they coming back? I feel like, I don't know why, Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, that's communication. They don't got no options. I don't know why I feel like I'm going to see the Seven of Cups, but you got the Four and the Five of Cups. There's the regret, the grief, the dissatisfaction, the distractions. Yeah, they don't have any other options. They don't got nobody else to talk to hang with, to gossip with, to play with. Especially to play with. They don't got nobody else to play with. Damn. King of Wands. You spark something very passionate in this person. Okay. You know what's crazy though? What's crazy is there's somebody that is truly fucking dealing with somebody and they're unhappy and they refuse to close out a certain cycle. If you are a feminine, to the feminine energies, whatever, if you feminine, okay, to the feminine energies, if you want something from a masculine energy. You've got to stop saying, okay, I'm going to give you my money. I'm going to give you my body. I'm going to give you my time and attention. And you don't have to give me nothing, because you know what? I get tired of women that do that shit. I love y'all, but I get tired of females that come to me and that tell me they don't want nothing from a man. And yet they're telling me all the things that they want, but they don't tell him. All right. So, or, however their person is identified, whatever. So if you want something from somebody and you're constantly giving to somebody, you're constantly giving of yourself, you're not really, like, for example, let me use an example here. Let me see. I'm going to use the most outlandish example ever. So if you don't smoke, don't worry, I got other examples. Let's say you're a smoker, right? You and your person smoke weed, right? Mm-hmm. And you're used to whole blunts. You're used to whole attention. Something whole, okay? And this person wants to start showing up with half of this, half of that. All right. Well, you didn't say anything, so why would they keep passing you the blunt? Let's say you got kids, okay? Let's say you have children. You don't set any boundaries with your children. How you gonna set boundaries with another person? All right, let's look at what they want to say to you, and then we're gonna get out of here, because I was gonna do you. Well, I might still do the you versus them, and I'm still thinking about doing you versus you as well. What you need to look out for yourself. Let's see. Yeah, I think I might do that towards the end. Uh-oh, I dropped all my cards. Hold on. Okay. All right. What does this person want to say to my collective that's coming back in? They don't want any more drama. I'm sorry. You are my lover. You are my friend. I care for you. That's just some of the things I'm hearing. This is how they're showing up. Now, are they telling the truth? Only you would know. And I'm saying it like that, collective, because you would. You know. You deserve better. What else they got to say? I cannot be vulnerable with you. I'd rather hide in the darkness before I let you see inside of me. Hold on. I want to know why they can't be vulnerable with you. I smile on the outside, but I'm dying on the inside. This person ain't got no friends. They ain't got no lifestyle, honey. They bored. I feel abandoned by you, and it's triggering my old childhood wounds. You did trigger something with somebody, collective. You did. I can't express myself. I can't support your actions. It's too much for me to deal with. See, they're saying a lot of shit they cannot do. And yet, I can't take it anymore. All right. Let's see. Why they can't be vulnerable with the collective. Collective, this is what you're saying. Because I got secrets that keep me from moving forward. I feel like, collective, your fear of this person actually moving on is what's keeping you tied to them. It's what's keeping you stuck with them. It's because it's comfortable to you. So you haven't made any decisions to cross that road yet. You still standing on the other side of that damn street. I'm finally seeing my worth, yet I still feel unworthy of your love. That's you, collective. Okay? The reason they cannot be vulnerable with you is because you see your own damn worth in a way that is pushback. And I do not feel guilty for how I treated you. My ego is too big to care. Damn. Collective? Collective? You don't give a shit, do you? Okay. All right. Rejecting you was protecting myself. I was being selfish, collective. Wow. Okay. All right, let's do a you versus them now. And then we'll do a you versus you at the end, okay? I thought I was going to use my small cards today, but let me see. I might, to clarify the other cards, yeah, I may just do that. All right, we're about to do a you versus them. Hold on. Let's see. This is not going to be in order, y'all. All right, hold on. Okay. You versus them. Cancer. Cancer's up first. All right, if you are dealing with a Cancer, what's the energy between collective and Cancer? What's the energy? Damn. Side hustle in the reverse. Toxic lifestyle in the reverse. Married. Why is side hustle? If you're dealing with a Cancer, one of two things is happening. Okay? Either this Cancer feels like you're trying to charm them while they're seeking or searching for something else, something that's more committed, okay, something that actually lasts, or this Cancer's doing that to you. This Cancer's trying to charm you out your drawers, okay, while you are healing. And healing, by the way, I should have mentioned this. Healing has nothing to do with gossiping with your friends and talking about people. That's not healing. That's not growth. That's just venting. And when you're venting, you're not healing. Okay? There's a difference. Talking shit about somebody is not healing. It's just venting. All right. Leo's up next. If you are dealing with a Leo, what's the energy? All right. What's the energy? Side eye. There's a Leo that's got their eye on you. Okay, they may be coming in with some sort of negative energy or bad news, or they feel like this is you. They could feel like you're side eyeing them, or that you want some sort of apology from them, but they feel like they don't owe you one. So it's like bad news for you. Okay, they feel like you're side eyeing them because you're in your emotions because they're not in love with you. Or there's a Leo that's side eyeing you because they feel like you ain't got feelings for them the same way that you used to have. All right. Next, Aquarius. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, what's the energy? You got people that hate on me that's still gonna watch me, which is so weird. All right. Too much energy. Aquariuses are coming with too much energy. Let's redo that. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, what's the energy? They feel guilty, embarrassed, in the wrong, or ashamed, or this is how they want you to feel, okay? Because somebody feels rejected by an Aquarius, or Aquarius, you feel rejected, left out in the cold by someone. This is something that the Aquarius could have been dealing with for quite some time with you. All right, why is ashamed here? Six of Swords. Somebody moved on. The Strength card. Someone was being vulnerable with an Aquarius, or an Aquarius was being vulnerable with you, and it was rejected. It was the honest truth. Somebody came in with some sort of honest truth, and the other person felt rejected and decided to move on. So now either You or the Aquarius feels guilty, ashamed, wronged, or is looking for some sort of come back together, I'm sorry, I apologize type of energy. If is that happening? I don't know, because somebody does seem like they're moving on. All right, let's see. Gemini. Wow. Okay, if you're dealing with a Gemini, what's the energy? This is, do you know what, guys? This energy feels very current. This does not feel, this does not feel like, this feels like this is just now happening. Let's see. If you're dealing with a Gemini, what's the energy? Rejected in the reverse. Okay, awesome. What else is the energy? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ah, this feels like a cycle. This feels like something that was supposed to end that did not end. What was supposed to end was either a Gemini or whoever is dealing with a Gemini was not supposed to keep getting rejected. Okay, was not supposed to keep getting off on hot cold detached, but it kept happening. It's still happening. Why is rejected in the reverse here? I bet not see the world. Wait a minute. There's jealousy coming through because somebody won't make a choice or a decision to choose them, to be chosen by a Gemini. What is this? Lack of interest. Somebody has gotten bored with wait a minute. Somebody's creating conflict through poor communication. Okay, that could be the Gemini, or that could be you, collective, if you're not a Gemini. Or yeah, this seems very confusing. It feels like a Gemini wants somebody but don't want to choose to be with that. It's like if dealing with a Gemini, right? And you're the good, loving energy that comes in, or Gemini, this is you. It makes no sense, you know, why reject someone that actually has a good energy towards you? But that's just what it feels like. All right, let's move on to the next sign. Capricorn. All right. If you are dealing with a Capricorn, what's the energy? Jezebel. Okay. There's a Capricorn that wants to be seen sexually by somebody. Hold on. Hold on. That's for some of you. But I feel like they're too scared to put themselves out there, so they're not going to do it. All right. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, what's the energy? Damn. Wingman. All right. Okay. Capricorns are going to be around their friends here soon. They may be trying to make you look good or make you look bad when it comes to the friends that they hang around or that they talk to. Okay? So, Capricorn, you may be mirroring the energy of a friend, okay, that is not giving you good advice. If you're in a relationship and they're single, you should not be taking their advice, okay, because it's going to end your ass up and being put out in the cold by your partner. Why the fuck is Wingman here? Queen of Swords. Oh, Capricorn could have an issue with somebody's friends. Three of Pentacles. These could be people that you work with too. Okay, so there's a need for clear communication with somebody you work with. This could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, I don't know, but those signs were very specific, especially this is work related. All right. There could also be someone pretending to be your friend because they like you. They like your energy. They like the image you bring. All right. A Virgo. Damn, I hate doing these. They seem to take so long. All right, Virgo. Let's see. Virgo. If you're dealing with a Virgo, what's going on? All right, this Virgo does not want any strings attached to them, or this is how you feel. What else? Okay. There may be love messages going back and forth, but somebody may be saying goodbye here. Okay. So somebody may be hanging up the phone on another person out of sheer frustration. Okay, because you entered a connection with the Virgo, or this is how Virgo feels. Somebody entered a connection knowing that there would never be any type of romantic relationship, anything practical. All right, what the fuck is this? Somebody cares a lot about how they feel. There could be a Virgo who's open to multiple choices, and this Virgo could be married. You could be that Virgo. But somebody's open to multiple options and they are married. All right. Let's see. Sagittarius. What's the energy if you're dealing with the Sag? I feel like Sagittariuses are so fucking fired up for no reason. But they're happy. They're happy when they gossip, when they've got someone to talk to. All right. Dealing with the Sag, what's the energy? New boo. And if you're dealing with the Sagittarius, best believe they are definitely checking the temperature differently. Okay. This Sagittarius, if it's not you, or you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, but somebody is pulling cards. Okay. They're dealing with the new boo and they want information. So if you're the new boo, this Sagittarius is pulling cards. They're not going to open up to you about the spiritual things they're into because they've been rejected too many times by that. All right. Dealing with a Sag. Yeah. There's a lot of communication and they're curious. They are very curious about the communication, and they want to know if they're going to be the other person in your life or if it's just them. They come with a lot of energy, sex, and passion, but at the same time, they're very curious about you. Or this is how your person is towards you, Sag. All right, but I feel like this is a female energy overall. Aries. Who else is in? Pisces, Taurus, Libra, Scorpio. Oh. All right. If you're dealing with an Aries, I feel like an Aries wants to get a divorce. There's an Aries that wants to get divorced. Yeah, you got goodbye and fresh start. There's an Aries that wants the connection to end. Okay. But they're gonna keep things cordial and casual with you, meaning they're going to be nice in your face, smile in your face, and then really want to move on. Yeah. Because they feel stuck. Okay, so either they want to move forward with you or move forward away from you. It depends, okay? So if they're in a family dynamic or situation that they're tied to, and you're the third party, they really want to untie themselves and move forward with you. This is female feminine energy though. This is not male masculine energy, because the male masculine Aries is choosing to stay stuck, stay tied to whatever he's in, because the way he's viewing it, I already have a family. I already have responsibilities, and I do not want any extra responsibilities. So they want to play with you, but they don't want to, you know, really pray with you, so to speak. Alright. Scorpio. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, that was the first energy that came through, by the way, Aries, that I don't know, it was just so clear. All right, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, what's going on with Scorpio? Scorpio got a lot going on. They do. They got a lot going on. They feel fucked up over you. They're in their fucking feelings over you. Okay? They either feel like they do not like the fact that you're loving yourself, or or this Scorpio thinks that you're jealous because they are loving themselves. It's something like that. It did. Oh, okay. Okay. So they could be voicing. Okay. Somebody is voicing either with a Scorpio. This could be you. All right. I feel like you are minding your business, worrying about yourself, loving yourself. Okay. Someone comes in who does not give you a lot of recognition or attention as it is. Okay. And because this person is coming in with a lack of attention or whatnot, you feel fucked up over the fact that things did not work out. You couldn't work with this person, whether that's literal work or romantic. Okay. Something didn't come together. It was supposed to be a happily ever after type of collaboration, and it was not. All right. Someone definitely feels like the other person is trying to um get claim the work, all the work for themselves for something they did not do, or whatever, something like that. There's a definite argument about somebody not doing something they claim they're doing. All right, let's see. Libra. If you're dealing with a Libra, what's the energy? If you're dealing with a Libra and you got kids with this Libra, they really want you to continue to support them even if the kids are grown. Blocked. Okay. Okay. A Libra could have blocked you because they want something new. So let's see, why is blocked here? There's a blocking and unblocking type of thing here. It's like one minute they want to let go of you, and the next minute they don't. So they could be lying to themselves because they wanted a break, but they didn't really want the break. So they're trying to come back towards you so that things work out. If a Libra's watching this and you're in a mood where it's like, look, I'm not fixing shit with this person, you actually are going to, especially if you have history with this person. And I mean real history with this person. Or if you got kids with this person, you're married to this person, yeah, you're going to fix. You ain't gonna be the one to fix it, Libra, but things will work itself out. They're gonna resolve. Things are gonna resolve itself. For others of you though, because of all the lies and deceits, this Libra has decided to let you watch them while they move on with someone else. Mm. Um, Taurus. If you're dealing with a Taurus, this Taurus feels like they are the most valuable thing in the whole damn world. So if you don't talk to them, they don't care. They working on their health and their stability. This Taurus is not praying for a reconnect. On top of it, they are highly protected. They don't have to be fake busy to not talk to you. They're just not interested. Like I said, they are working on their health and their wealth. Okay, they already under pressure. If you're dealing with a Taurus that's broke, good luck, because that Taurus is definitely in that energy. The Sun card, they feel happy. The Devil card, the Seven of Cups. Something toxic could be going on with the Taurus. Okay, but you bring them a lot of positivity. But if they don't have other options, or if they treated you like an option, this is what kept the connection so toxic. All right, something got exposed. Last but not least, we got Pisces. All right. If you're dealing with a Pisces, what's the energy? If you're dealing with a Pisces, feelings. This Pisces could be overly emotional, but they love you. Okay? You are their wish come true. There's a lot of sexual energy and sexual tension coming from a Pisces, but there's no love there. So it's like one sided. Somebody has more feelings than the other person, but they still want to restart. But it seems like it's more sexual, not practical. So that's what it is if you're dealing with a Pisces. All right, that's what I got for you guys today. Until next time, thank you and goodbye. Okay.